Hi there fellow guitarists, my name is Josh Rogers and welcome to NBN Guitar. The tutorial that I'm going to be doing today is El Testament de Emilia, which is from a collection of Catalan folk songs by the absolutely amazing guitarist and transcriber, composer Miguel Llobet. I think I've been going through a little bit of a Llobet phase lately. This is my third tutorial for his music, I think, in the last month or so. I'm not really here to talk too much about him, although I could probably go on and on and on. I'm here to teach you how to play this piece. Now if you want to see me playing it through all the way, check out my other video. There's a link in the description, or you can watch right through to the end of this one. There's a link right there and it'll take you through and it'll allow you to hear the piece right through from beginning to end. It's not a very long piece, but it says a lot in the short time. You do need to tune your 6th string down to D. Before I get into it, make sure, please help me out, like the channel, and by all means subscribe. Subscribing keeps you up to date with everything and it really supports me with what I'm doing. A lot of you, you watch the tutorials and then you go to my site and you download the tabs that I provide for free. So your way of saying thanks to me is to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and the next step is to actually leave a comment on this video, and that's awesome as well. Sharing and all that kind of stuff, I really appreciate it, and it gives me motivation and helps me keep up the good fight and share all this information with you. Anyway, let's do this. So, it's in the key of D minor. The general feeling of the piece is really slow and melancholy. It starts off with an open D and a D on the B string, 3rd fret. Play those together. And then you have 3 notes together, 3rd fret on the D string, 2nd fret on the G string, and that 3rd note on the B string again. Like that, so you've got... And then, just that D note by itself. And I changed fingers here, so I changed to my 1st finger to get ready for a slide, like this. Okay, that's the first part. Now I slide to the 6th fret, and then it's the D again, open, and that 6th fret on the B string together, like this. Then we have a little chord there, 8th fret on the D string and 7th fret on the G string together, like this. Then 8th fret on the B string alone. Then that moves to the 10th fret, and an open D at the same time. There's a bar. I'm not really barring all of it, even though it looks like I am. I'm only actually putting pressure on the D and the G strings. This is a really, really important thing. If you don't take anything else away from this lesson, take this away. When you do bar chords, only put pressure where it's needed. And some of you might be thinking, oh, but I need to put pressure everywhere. But actually, usually you don't. If you're doing a chord like this, I'm not playing this string. This finger's playing this one, and I'm not playing these. Well, I am playing them, but they don't need to be fingered. So why would I put a full bar and put all my energy down onto those 4 strings when I really only need to press down on 2? That's going to do a couple of things. It's going to save my energy. I'm not going to get as sore as quickly, and I won't have to use as much energy to actually lift my finger off. So, only put pressure on the D and the G strings at the 7th fret there. Let's just go back to the beginning. There it is. There's the D and the G string together at the 7th fret, followed by the 8th fret on the A string. It's a D minor shape here. It's open D and 6th fret on the B together. 7 and 7 again. This time it's not with the bar, it's with these 2, 3 and 4 together, and then 5th fret on the A string. It doesn't look like it, those are exactly the same chord, they're both D minor. Then we have this. That's an open D and 3rd fret on the 1st string together. I'm sliding that to the 6th fret immediately after I play it, like this. And I get to this chord, and I play all 4 strings together, 5th fret on the D, 7th fret on the G, 6, 6 on the B and E strings. An important thing to note here is that I'm using my 3rd finger. I could have used my 1st like this, but then I would have had a very awkward time when I got here. It would have ended up like, oops, and then I'd have to reshuffle my fingers and everything, and it would just be horrible. I think ahead, you know, and a lot of good guitarists, they think ahead. Oh, what do I have? What's coming up next? How can I use my fingers in a better way here so that I can get to there, you know, more efficiently or more effectively, or both. So I use my 3rd finger, and it sets me up for that chord very nicely. Then I slide from 5 to 6 on the 1st string. Then I have this chord, 7th fret on the A string and 8th fret on the 1st string together. Then an open G and 5th fret on the B string together. I should note, when I'm doing that, I'm trying to get these fingers ready. Then 6th fret on the 1st string. Then that's a half bar at the 5th fret. 8th fret on the A string and 5th fret on the 1st string together. Then 5th fret on the G string and 6th fret on the B string together. Then a harmonic at the 7th fret on the D string. Then 7th fret on the A string. Then 6 on the G string and 8 on the B string together. Then 7th fret harmonic on the E string, like this. We have a D minor chord. That's a bar at the 5th fret. I have 5th fret on the A and 5th fret on the 1st string together. And then 7, 7, 6, D, G, B together. Then to the 8th fret on the B string. Then 10, 10 from the B and the 6th string. Then 9 on the A string and 8 on the G string together, like this. Then 4th finger moves to the 11th fret on the B string. Then it moves down. It's basically this shape, and you move it to the 8th fret like this. So that's 8th fret and 8th fret on the 6th and B strings together. And 7 on the A string, 6 on the G string together. Followed by open A from here. Then you've seen this chord a few times already. Open D and 6th fret on the B together. Then 7, 7 on the D and G together. Followed by an open A. Use that open A to give you time to get down here, like this. While that open A is ringing, I move my handle on to a B flat 7 chord. That's a bar across the 1st fret, and 3rd fret on the D string and 3rd fret on the B string. And play A, D, G and B strings together. Then slide up to the 6th fret. Play that on the D string. Then 5, 6 hammer. Then open A and 8th fret on the B string together. Then 7 and 6 on the D and G strings together. Then 6th fret on the B string. I could do this, but I want to hold this A even while I'm playing this F note, so I keep it there. If I did that, it would be much easier, you know, but I can't really do that because this has to be sustained, so we have this. And this part is an open D and the 3rd fret on the B string together. So, followed by 3rd fret on the D string and 2nd fret on the G string together, and an open A. Then back to the open D, Now we come up to what is probably the hardest part of the whole piece. So let's just have a look at the artificial harmonics. It's going from 5 to 1st to 3rd to 5 to 6, like this. Okay. Remember, when you're doing these harmonics, you have to be 12 frets higher than wherever your finger is. So if you're on 5, you should be at 17 here. If you're on 1, you should be 13, 3, 15, and so on and so on. That rule doesn't change unless you're doing a specialized type of harmonic, which we don't need to worry about right now. Okay, so the first one, it's the 17th fret, 5th fret down here. I'm just going to say where you're supposed to be picking with this, and an open D. Then to the 13th fret and 2nd fret on the G string together. So I'm playing the harmonics with index and annular, and I'm playing the bass notes or the accompanying notes with my thumb. So I've got that, and then 15th fret on the 1st string. Then back to the 17th fret and 3rd fret on the A string as the bass note. Then we have 4th fret and 4th fret on the D and B strings together. So we've got, and then we have to stretch our 4th finger out to the 18th fret. Thanks very much. I hope you've enjoyed that tutorial. Make sure you head across to the second tutorial as well and check that out. That's how you're going to learn the rest of the piece. As I've said before, make sure you like the video if you've liked it. Also subscribe to my channel, that's like a biggie. Make a comment and head to my website and support me by buying some tabs and sheet music with fingering or hooking up as a member. I've got a few different type of membership options there, and those will grant you access to any type of private videos that I have. Some of my collections are private. I'll just show you the first couple of videos and then I make the rest private. But you can access those if you're a member of my website. It's not too expensive, and you can also get a free Skype lesson if you join up as a premium member, and that's pretty cool. So peace out, let your fingers fly, make sure you head across to the next tutorial.